So it's been said that there are two sides to every conversation, there are two sides to every relationship, there are two sides to every coin, and there are certainly two sides to every magnet. But what does that mean for you and I when it comes to the science of how to heal your life? Well, I'd like to explain all of that to you right now and certainly give you a key distinction that helped me create some incredible transformation inside my own mind, inside my own heart, that if I had never worked out would probably be attempting to heal my life for the rest of my life. So here's the thing, you can heal your life, and in this little article I'd like to share with you a little distinction that may make all the difference when it comes to overcoming regret, releasing negative emotion, or experiencing emotional freedom of any type in your life. So I hope you enjoy the content. Now, in case you haven't met me before, my name is Benjamin J. Harvey, and I have been working in the field of personal transformation for many, many years now. Predominantly because I screwed my life up royally, and I wanted to work out ways in which I could get balance back into my mind, equilibrate my mind, and certainly balance my emotions so I could experience some emotional freedom. And certainly I was looking for ways in which I could heal my life, and I basically went on a bit of a journey. I went, probably like you, traveling around, going to courses and reading books and finding the next great guru to see if they could heal me of my past and my experiences that I'd experienced in the past. Only to find that a lot of the healings I was getting were temporary. And what I mean by that is I'd get a result, but then within a couple of weeks, I was right back to doing what I was always doing. So I was getting what I guess is labeled out there in the healing world as an energetic Band-Aid. As in you put this Band-Aid over the top of it, it looks like everything's okay, but a couple of weeks later it washes off and all the patterns and all the cycles just keep coming back. And so I got a little bit curious, and I thought to myself, well, what is it? Why is it that no one particular healing technique is getting me the result that I really want? And trust me, I have tried as many as I possibly can. I certainly haven't tried them all, but I've tried a few. And I just wasn't getting the sustainable result. I was getting an energetic shift in the present moment, but I just wasn't getting the deep, unconscious release that I wanted to get at that level that allowed me to know that it's truly transformed once and for all. Then something hit me. I was looking at a picture of the brain, and I realized that there are in fact two different hemispheres of the brain. There's a left hemisphere and there's a right hemisphere. And a lot of people will discuss that the one hemisphere relates to logical and one hemisphere relates to emotional. And what I thought to myself is, well, this is quite interesting, because quite a lot of the time when I was going for my healing, I was doing one or the other. So I'd go and do something extremely emotional or extremely energetic, and I'd go get like an energy healing, or I'd do some cathartic emotional work. Or I'd go and do something really, really logical, like analysis and rationalization and communicating and talking things through. But very rarely did I go out there and find a technique that crosses both over. Because if you think about it, when you have a serious trauma in your life, what goes on is you experience it both emotionally and logically. Let me give you an example. Let's just say that you're 5 years of age and you smash your toe into the side of a door. Now, I know we've all done it before, and I know how much it hurts, but you smash your toe into the side of a door, and so what generally happens is you sit down and you start to cry. You know, that's just a natural response. So we start to cry and we experience the thing emotionally. But something happens from a logical perspective inside our mind, and we start to try and rationalize why we kicked the door. Now, depending on what sort of environment you grew up in, someone might have blamed you for kicking the door, or someone might have told you you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, or someone might have said, why don't you ever look where you're going? But whatever sort of feedback you got in relation to that, you start to logically analyze the concept. So here you are crying your eyes out, emotional, and logically saying, I'm an idiot, I can't ever see where I'm going, I don't know where to look where I'm going, I always fumble over things, why am I so stupid? And so you lock in your trauma in two different parts of your mind. You lock it in emotionally and you lock it in logically. So here's my advice. My advice is when you're going out there and you're looking for someone to assist you with your transformation, make sure they have equal parts of logical and emotional transformation technologies. Because if you unlock both sides simultaneously, then you really do have a healing that lasts a lifetime. So don't go looking for one side or the other, because quite often we have this pendulum swinging approach. You know, we go all spiritual and like in my world anyway, you kicked off your shoes and you bought the big tie pants and you meditated every day, you got rid of your watches and you're just all energetic and emotional. But then all of a sudden the pendulum swings the other way and you start to get really logical and rational. But the thing is what you've got to do is you've got to find a center point, somewhere right between the two. Something that has an equal balance of logical processing and analysis and an equal balance of emotional and energetic healing. And if you can find a perfect synergy between those two, I can guarantee you that you'll experience a healing that lasts lasts a lifetime. So I guess it's just something to think about. It's a key distinction that I worked out almost by accident when I was going through a really energetic process and decided to logically analyze it at the same time. And lo and behold, the healing lasted, well, up until today. I don't know if it's going to last the rest of my life, but it certainly lasted at least 5 years, which is quite impressive in my books. So here's the thing. If you would like some further assistance with how to get the right balance between an emotional and a logical healing, or you're trying to work out the best way to free yourself of some negative emotions, or just get some emotional freedom in general, then what we're doing for a limited number of people is we're offering what's known as a freedom experience session. Now, in these freedom experience sessions, what takes place is you get to jump on the phone with one of our qualified coaches who actually have been schooled and taught in the art of learning how to balance perfectly the energetic side of healing with the logical analysis side of healing. And they'll be able to go through and have a bit of a discussion with you about stuff that potentially you're still battling in your life, cycles that are still going over and over and over, and things that you'd like to bring an end to so you can actually liberate yourself and go out there and do what you love. So if you'd like one of those sessions, as I said, we've got a limited number of complimentary ones available. The best thing to do is just below this video, there's a button you can click on. So my advice is click that button and just put your details in, and one of our coaches will actually give you a call and just go through a bit more about what I've explained in this video. But certainly I've given you some great concepts to get a hold of. Just be thinking every time you're going to go work on an issue, just keep in mind that it is both stored emotionally and logically, and until you work on both those things at the same time, it'll never actually free itself completely. So if you would like one of those freedom experience sessions, my advice is click the button below and book in for one, and one of our coaches will give you a call, absolutely complimentary, and they'll find out anything about your life you'd like to talk about, and basically just assist you in the healing journey that you and I have both been on since the day we were born. So I hope you got value out of this little article. I hope you found some information that was valuable that you can actually put into action. And until we meet again, share your light, live your love, and do whatever it takes to be your own best friend. I'll see you soon.